match of the day. Train right here to settle the score between G2 and Faze Clan. Oh.
Yes, indeed. T-side start for Faze Clan on this map, and they're going straight down Ivy. We know those skyboxes are nice and open, but will we see that be pulled into play? There's a quick smoke down towards green. Kenny is going to have to hold the line, and shot through the smoke. Olaf kills him, but he also takes down Rain. A 1-for-1 traded back by Amanek, keeping the advantage in the favor of G2. But it is a fake as the bomb goes towards inner. Hunter could win this entire round here and now.
Oh, yeah, no love between cousins there. Hunter just dispatches of Nico. And we'll finish this round off by doing the same to coldzera. Pistol round locked on in there over on the G2 side.
I'm hearing typing here, and I'm sure that's coming through from Nico. Rush, of course, if there's anything interesting.
I'll look down in there. They are talking to each other. However, I can't say it. It's a language I do not understand. Serbian, I suppose.
Well, come on, man. Get out the translate. Let's see what's going on. I know you got the deets.
I don't want to say it just in case it's anything not safe for broadcast, to be honest.
Maybe you try to sound the words out, and then we'll have somebody else.
Well, I had to close it. I got to look at my map now. The game is coming in.
All right, we'll see you
focus. Nico.
Rush just ghosted you.
Rush's business only.
My goodness, just wanted a sideline report. But you know what? Whatever. Here we are. Nico has responded in this round. He raced last.
Oh, dear.
And look at this. The turnaround from Faze Clan. So far, it's gone extremely well for them.
Surely they can't do it in a round where they haven't even invested again. Like this time. You know, when they did it back on Nuke, it was at least with Deagles. Here, they've only got Glocks. And even though they lose Nico alone over on the A side, he was alone. Nexa should have the mop up, should have the mow down. Oh, and he kind of does. He gets himself 2 before Olaf is able to get that trade. And those 2 kills for Olaf actually make a world of difference. It opens up the potential to have an AWP with armor behind it here for Faze in this round. That wouldn't have happened if he didn't get those 2 kills there. Crucially, one of them coming off of the SMG to allow that purchase to come in.
Yeah, and that SMG gifted thanks to Nico, who ran out T-Con and killed Jackson the Pop Dog. It's just a very weird round there for Faze, but they'll take what they can get, and they'll get an AWP out of it. Let's see what this can do as Brokey is given that weapon. Rain going towards T-Con, but he's been mollied off. G2 getting in the standard utility, even double nades late to deny presence for Faze. That's a nice shot. Amaneki doesn't know it, but he's just painted up Nico. Put his blood all over the wall. Boost up for Olaf. Even the flash is avoided. Very aware. Kenny getting tagged in the meantime towards inner. That was a player just coming in on the cross to spot. I think it was cold. Amanek looking to finish off the job here with a scout. There's 3 players here. And he will have to forego for now.
Sort of a scattering maneuver over here for the side of G2 as they try to rally around the idea that Ivy is compromised, playing in different positions. And that's going to be one that's going to prove to be beneficial there for Amanek. Finds Nico, takes him out of the round.
Should have seen the bomb.
Might have, actually. That actually is going to cost him. He has to go back through old bomb. Brokey with 8 LEP that was dropped for him. Via Olaf Meister. Gives us into a 3v4.
Yeah, Kenny's in a great position right now, coming in from old bomb. Faze have got to cross past him to get to the site, and he is in an unorthodox position, holding tight with the AWP, and a quick on the trigger as we know him to be. There's the first shot. AWP for Brokey, looking for anything here, and Hunter's just going to take it out of the round. That's a second AWP. If they pick it up, and they do, G2 now even better armed in round number 4. Faze down 0-3.
That's the thing, you know, we've already seen Faze falter here on Train 2 Mousesports just the other day. G2, I absolutely love them on this map. You know, I think Nuke and Train are 2 stellar maps to watch this majority French squad playing on. And Faze, you know, I think they've got their work cut out for them, but it would be that much more to their credit if they are able to overcome this. As a result, Nico, jeez, give him a break. Amanek just gets removed from the server. Any more, Nico? Come on. Got the homing bullets loaded in this Deagle. Oh, sees the shadow, and Hunter gets deleted as well. Okay, I think we just stay away from the Deagle for the time being over on the G2 side. Oh dear, Nico with 2, and now this B play looking to come in. 3 players out through upper, armed with Deegs, armed with pistols. Nexus just set up for the retake, and he gets Deeged as well. Apparently, FaZe only need Deagles to take a round win. Kenny and Jax 2 on 5. They probably don't even want to go for this at all, like in any capacity, because they don't want to risk giving any of these weapons over. And that's what might end up happening if they're not careful. Ooh. Kenny still alive for the time being, but only briefly, and that's the AWP finding its way into Brokey's hands, rather. Nico wanted 3, wanted the magic number, and there they are, all headshots, despite Jax being on just 2 points of health. Faze gonna get that first round locked in. And Nico's Deagle is disgusting. Didn't want Coldzera to steal his limelight.
No, everyone can do it here for FaZe, so a great example of well, how they get it done. I've got great news as well, guys. Counter-Strike, or at least Global Offensive, currently has 1,123,000 people playing it right now, breaking the record again. We break a lot of records here on the ESL Pro League, but not just viewing ones, playing ones as well. This game lives on.
Certainly does.
Just live on, it thrives, man. Yeah. This is better than ever right now to be a CS fan.
We haven't even begun to peak.
We're only halfway there. Pistols in the hands of G2.
Is that you saying guaranteed 2 million players by next year, Trace?
What I'm saying is we're going to the top of the mountain.
I'm looking for the big 2 billion. I'm waiting for us to hit
2 billion
that.
players now. Yeah. That's several cheaters in matchmaking, guaranteed. That's all right. That's why you don't have cheaters on ESEA's client. And I'm pretty sure it's free right now. Play.esea.net. Give them a check if you want to play on 128 ticks. If you want to have all the ticks. That's, as it was explained to me earlier in the car, that's basically 2 matchmake games at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, Rush loves 128 tick servers. He actually can't play on matchmaking servers. He says that it's just too clunky, it's too dumpy.
Well, he never plays with us, so I guess.
Yeah. No, not just that, right? It's free to play off placements, and so you know that's how you get your little rank over on ESEA.
Oh,
for the very, very least, right? I think it's worth heading over there and just seeing how well you fare. You know, what rank you do get put in at.
And if it's not A+, don't talk to me.
Are you A+, Hugo?
No.
Oh, all right.
I'm rank S, Trace.
Oh. Well, this is a rank S maneuver here from Kenny S. Amanek Nexa joining him on what is a T connector push. A lot of info here, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. No one's saving over there. This round is Dundada.
You don't often see 10 alive at the end of the round.
Not every day, not always the case.
But FaZe, hey, they'll take that. Definitely getting the benefit in that one. I think G2 probably expected, you know, SMGs maybe to farm up money, and they didn't want to give that money away. Because honestly, I don't see any other reason why you shouldn't at least go for it. Because for G2, you know, all they're giving away is the kill bonus. They have minimal pistols anyway. And what they're gaining is economical damage that will play in the long term. You know, round 15, the kills that G2 get in round 5 still hold weight because it's forced FaZe to rebuy. But G2, they save the pistols, they buy armor around it, they have a little bit more to play with in this eco and a chance to find their 4th here. But FaZe, look at the pace, they want to bring the heat to the yard.
Yeah, they're not giving any chance for G2 to set up for something strange right here. Nico checking old bomb, and the bomb will be planted. Hominick, Jackson, Hunter. Say that, Nico continues on the tear that he's on. Can he grab the 1 bullet there towards Old Bomb? And Omnic, no, Omnic wises up. Bails out with his Deagle. Another round for the FaZe clan.
If Hunter doesn't move, he should get a kill out of this. Rain's been holding for the push, and I don't think he's aware that someone could have got this close. As far as he knows, he's been holding this corner this entire time, and no one could have gotten to this position.
But Rain is thorough. Not that thorough.
Yeah, not thorough enough, apparently. Brokey on the angle, does mop it up, does get it back under control. A Deagle's held onto by Amanek, and a 3rd round on the board now for FaZe Clan, tying this up at 3-3 nice and early on. Investments coming back in from G2 in this round here and now. AWP featured. We just saw that purchased up as we cut to this replay of Nico. Unsurprisingly, this man just doing Nico things up against the pistols, not letting the Deegs do any damage. And a double AWP investment for G2. Amanek and Kenny going to be donning them, unsurprisingly. And this AWP on Brokey's back is going to head down towards Ivy early on. Amanek is here, so we might get to see the standoff of these AWPs sooner than anticipated.
We'll give it another 15 seconds at least. Well, that smoke comes down, Faze wait behind it. Double grenades do a good bit of damage, and Olaf, he goes through the smoke as the nades land. Amanek tries to peer back into the angle, and he loses his life. Now Faze have an opportunity to wrap CT. Smoke on the right side gives them a pathway behind enemy lines, and you can see Nexus coming back to try and deal with it. Kenny looking to drop the bomb, he might find it, looking a bit too high up, and he'll flick down, taking cold. Rain's still following up in that position. Nexus got a kill in the backline as we speak, but he will get overwhelmed by the P250. 3-on-3, and this is a mess.
Yeah, G2 are just holding on right now. Basically found their way all the way to CT spawn, and it's going to be the battle in the fire. Jax comes out on top. Meanwhile, Green has plans of his own, gets dinked on his way to plant the bomb. Brokey pushed way up in the yard. That makes things a little bit different here of an outcome. Just Hunter, 1 versus 2. Brokey very low. Rain just about at half HP. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. For Hunter, the pace just got turned up a little bit. Brokey falls to the AK. He taps the bomb, looks for the second kill, and he finds it onto Rain. It's going to be an easy defuse and a recovery of the AWP. So G2 are going to have that going in the next round. That's going to go back in the hands of Kenny. An interesting play by Olaf in that round. The way that he gets through Ivy there, that really does give a little bit of space. That is the idea of creating it, at least.
Yeah, it's a standard setup. Faze go 3 Ivy. They have the bomb in box halls to try and split B. The intention is to come in through CT there. So all really goes to plan for Faze. Kenny creates some complications by getting that kill on cold in the halls. But luckily enough, Rain is able to get down on the site, get the plant open for his team. Still not enough as G2 find the retake. Hunter coming in with a big old 1-on-2. And he's 9-2 right now. Strong start to this map. Long may it continue, but Faze again going fast towards the yard.
Yeah, and it's just chaos inside of the site. Smokes everywhere. Nico gonna go to molly out the stopper. Double, triple molly down to deny a peek. And he tries to force the fight into the site, but that'll be him. Bid goodnight. Cold Zera now with the bomb pushing up close. He gets turned to toast. It's Olaf Meister all alone, and no one's throwing him a bone. G2 5-3 as they get that round locked on in.
You're a poet and you just didn't know it, Harry.
Apparently so, Trace. As is the way of the world sometimes.
Your world.
Yeah, that's true.
When's the mixtape out, Harry?
Oh, I've been saving that one for the EPL mixtape review.
Good grief.
Oh yeah, we're not actually doing that.
We are doing the EPL meme review, though, and I'd say that there's probably a couple that you could cash in on. Who knows? Maybe we can work out something where, like, good memes are rewarded via prizes, but you'll have to go talk to some people about that.
Yeah.
And really and truly, none of you should worry about that because your memes, well, they haven't really broke the plane. Sort of like Omnic breaking the plane right there with his AWP scope. However, not quick enough on the draw to pull out the frag.
If you do think your memes are good though, Trace, where should you send them to? If you think you got some great Counter-Strike content, something will make us giggle.
What is it?
Hashtag?
Brian.hugo@gmail or?
I mean, I'm glad you didn't give out my actual email. That's nice.
I don't know what it is, so you're in luck. But either way, yes. Hashtag EPL MEME. That's EPL Meme Review. Just to upset all you meme users at home. Speaking of being upset, 2 players here for FaZe Clan working through Ivy. Now, who will be saddened first? Who's going to be taken out of this round?
Faze going back to the Ivy take, but it's a left side smoke on this one. That leaves Hunter in a precarious position. He's having a great game though, and if there was any man to hit this shot, well, Nico, he's not going to clear his cousin. He's not going to clear the corner, and he will pay the price. A bullet to his face. Hunter's doubled up. He's 14-2, and he's making it look easy. Eventually dropped by the AWP, holding down Olaf, and now Brokey and Cold have got to pull this back from the clutches of defeat. 4 health on Cold as the AWP tags him as well. Certainly doesn't make this easy, but a missed shot from Amanek has given a chance back to FaZe. 15 seconds, so that bomb plant needs to happen now.
Oh, blinder of a shot hit by Cold Zera. Nade could deny it. Comes in just a second too late. And that would have been round one there for G2. Did that nade find its footing? Now the hopes and dreams of Faze in this round lie on the back of Brokey and his big green gun. Pushing on up to try and clear the man back at Old Bomb, and Kenny does offer up the kill, tapping the bomb, not just tapping it, it's sticking it. Brokey up on top of the ladder, now knows he's up and in with the repeat. Brokey with 3, Cole with 2, and a 4th round on the board for Faze. Lots of numbers here heading into round number 10. And one place that we do see some numbers as well is those bank accounts over on the G2 side. They can still invest here. They can still have an AWP in play.
Talking of numbers, though, 2-on-4 for FaZe Clan. They've been so good in these disadvantageous positions, pulling them back across this entire series. It's not been their first, and I doubt it'll be their last. Hunter, he puts a nice couple of kills down Ivy, and if he can keep this performance up, G2 are going to be in a very good position.
Coincidentally, is the key word right there for you to pay attention to. As this U.S. Air Force tactical timeout closes, FaZe Clan on the drawing board. We string together some T-sided rounds here before flipping over to the CT side of Train. Hunter has other plans, 14-3. The closest one to him over on FaZe is Brokey at 8-5. He's been wielding the AWP. And they're off.
Racehorses out the gates and towards the B site.
Better catch him, put him back inside the fence.
I'll get my lasso.
Look at this. FaZe going to try to throw an idea that there's utility towards the outside. They have broken the windows for the option to come back. Nico with the connector smoke. That is a lovely smoke. That almost solidifies it. It's going to be the interplay. Nexa real close. Does have the Mag 7. It's about to get weird.
Oh, dear.
It only has 1.
If you have the auto there, you get 4 kills.
It's true. Big chug. 4v2, Nico and Olaf. They have gotten the bomb down, so that's half the problem.
Oh, no.
And all it takes is a little bit of a peek from Jax.
Yeah.
Olaf, Nico fall. We see another round for G2.
Yeah, that's a real shame for Olaf. He was spotting that position. He thought he'd cleared it, but Jax just tucked himself in. Not spotted, and blindsides both the players inside of the bomb site to solidify that 6th round for G2. Money now becomes a bit of a touchy subject for the FaZe Clan side. They're not looking too great, so this can be G2's chance to try and springboard themselves into the lead and start to... Oh, jeez. Or Jax, rather. Nice little double down towards ramp from him, and a double from Kenny as well. It's double trouble. AWP's out over here on the CT side in full force once again, as we've come to expect. Amanek and Kenny donning those, and in this round we're just pistols. FaZe looking to go for a B play. It's been good to at least get the bomb plant for them thus far, and that's pretty much all they're hoping for in this round. Nexa, oh my good lord. He gets tagged, doesn't even peek, and is brought down to 7 points of health. That has actually forced an extra man around in the form of Hunter toward this B site.
Well, the low HP AWP does mean the pistols are going to be a little more viable in this round. Not AWP, rather, rifle on Nexa as he waits for the drop, not peeking up. But this is a good position because he's going to catch players who are in the air and therefore not able to, fire back onto him. Gets flashed off though, goes back in as they're already on the site. Knowing he's getting close, he's got to take the fight. Rain finds him. Cold's followed up onto Hunter and the AWP on rotation. 2 of them here for G2 to keep the round intact. Is it going to be another pistol win for FaZe? G2 can't afford to be throwing away these rounds on the inner bomb site, and FaZe have tucked down, no longer taking fights, no longer giving away back in. They want G2 to come to them.
Yeah, Jax trying to test the waters, and right now it is filled with the blood of his enemies. Olaf coming in on the back, though, tries to get this back under control. It's Rain left in the clutch, but not impossible. Still mopped up by Jax with 4, and with both these players low, there was definitely a chance for Rain there. Obviously, only arm with the pistol, no armor. That's still a very good round from FaZe Clan, but well contained by Jax as he holds his own in what could have been A FaZe Clan eco win once again. I mean, just look at this. He's getting peeked from everywhere. His head's on a swivel, and he's able to get the job done. These are the two players that we wanted to see stepping up, and now, like, the added bonus is Hunter, who seems like he always has a great time here on Train. He's topping the charts for the G2 squad. Fast main play from FaZe, at least for Rain. He's put to bed, though, by Kenny, who now gets up on top of the Train. Brokey was boosted. Looking for something, but nothing's going to offer itself up.
Kenny getting into the con boost. This position is so good for an off angle towards connector. Gives you a nice line of sight, as you can see. But FaZe are not interested in A right now. They're holding off, waiting to throw these smokes from spawn. Nico moving in. Dangerous cross. Every angle unchecked and uncleared by FaZe right now. G2 could be anywhere, and they are everywhere. 3 players on this A site, though. Still running a double inner despite no pressure being put there by FaZe Clan. Cold's going to be coming down the pop dog as well to join in with these smokes. We typically see Nico run through this position, and Nico running right down the middle, getting that entry, will get traded. Kenny pushed back down to 20 health, and Brokey finds a kill with the AWP. The plant has been found by FaZe, and now they can fall back into post plants.
They're creeping right in. Here's Kenny, about to go toe-to-toe with Olaf, already low on HP, so all it takes is a couple bullets there from the Krieg. Or even just one. Dominic and Nexa. Probably going to go ahead and back out and save at this point, at this crossroads decision-making. We hear some typing coming out. I can only imagine it might be a timeout for the side of G2, but that's all purely speculative, of course.
I can give you some updates if you want.
That's Rushley. Here he is. What do you got for us, Rush?
So Nico said HP after me, Kenny, question mark. Kenny said 31. Nico said TY.
Wow.
There you go.
Breaking stuff right there.
Crazy.
Pretty exciting stuff, right?
So back to I guess that Serbian translation. What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm not doing it. I mean, it doesn't look like bad words, but you don't really know.
There's only one way to know.
I'll send you the logs, all right? You can tweet it out. If it's bad, then we'll see, okay?
We'll see what happens. I don't want to get involved in any sort of drama, Mr. Leahy. But thank you so much.
We got a big round coming in there, boys. Give him hell. Nico's going to do some stuff. I feel it.
Well, let's take a look.
Let's see. Rush has made his prediction. Woo! He is best Nico, or blessed Nico, as Nico bests Kenny over the wards outside. Man advantage now taken by FaZe in force. Rain offers himself up, though, next on the chopping block, and that's Jax to go ahead and keep things even in this 4-on-4. FaZe likely just going to pump the brakes a bit now. Wait and see what exactly transpires from this CT side. Jax pushing into the connector. Should catch Cold, and he does, as Cold tries to juke him on the ladder. That does not go his way. Man down now for FaZe. 3 players stacked over towards the B bomb site. G2, they've read this situation very, very well on the back of what they've seen thus far. And for FaZe, they could be walking into a 3-on-3. In Counter-Strike, you do not want to take these even odds. You want things to be as one-sided as humanly possible. And thankfully, Amanek gonna rotate away. Still over in CT, so he's going to be here very, very quickly. And that means these 2 B-site players only have to buy but a moments of time for these reinforcements to come in.
There's so much utility for FaZe. They have set mollies they can throw towards a backer bomb. They have smokes to cut off lines of sight from backtracks, and they're going to use all of them. Saving the mollies for the post plant is a good idea. Alternatively, Olaf will throw his out, but Brokey remains up in the hall. Nico gone, and Olaf is going to follow him. Brokey comes down late, but it is too late to the party. G2 already blown out the birthday candles, and 8 rounds on the CT side will hurt the money of FaZe. This is where G2 can really start to run away with a half, maybe even 10-5 things now, as FaZe have lost a crucial rifle round with no bomb plant either on that B site. Like you said, walking into an even fight isn't, the best. FaZe walking to a 3-on-2 and they still don't get out alive. Oh.
Playing a little bit of hot potato in spawn.
P2 Fiddies.
The one I personally like to play, Pocket Glock.
What's that?
where you toss your Glock back and forth. You also have the cricket strat, where
Yeah,
you just click your crickets on your Glock the entire time.
Yeah, we call it the rattlesnake. That's a good one though.
Yeah, works. 100% of the time, it works about 50% of the time. So
Those are good odds.
It's
GG
not
Bet
bad.
might hook you up.
They might. Speaking of birthday presents, not only was it Harry's birthday almost a week ago, we are about to be treated
month
to
ago
something
now.
right here. Look at Rain. He's got all the way, and should he have just had a bit of timing on his side, he might have gotten a drop and kill there on the Jack. Speaking of drop, it's going to be that Faze clan into this B site. And next is going to be there to clean him up. No man's land. We look at the last round of the half. 9-5 G2 currently looking to make it 10.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one because it feels like Rain is having a really tough time right now over here on this T side. You know, he was the man taking these opening duels a hell of a lot back on Dust 2, and to mix results, he was 5 and 6 back there on that map in opening duels. Still providing a lot for the team. Here on Train, he's currently 2 and 4. Or 2 and 5 rather, after that death in the previous round. And so that's representing a bit of a problem for FaZe. You know, while they've looked good in these 4-on-5s, it's certainly not where you want to find yourself any day of the week. Hunter going aggressive over towards main in this round, trying to make a bit of a statement perhaps, as he looks to steal this away. Jax versus Cold Zera, AK versus Galil. And needless to say, it's the AK to come out trumps. Rain wanted to get that trade, and that would have been a pretty crucial one to get. The Molly should be able to secure it as he forces the fight out into the open. And there it is, Rain delivers. Olaf gonna shut down Hunter on his aggressive main play. And now Amanek hidden in the sandwich. But it's not bread he's stuck between, it's a rock and a hard place right now. They run by him, nobody's checked for Amanek, and this allows him to be dastardly in the back line. However, Rain should have this kill dead to rights. It's Olaf actually to get it. Kenny comes swinging on in with that AWP, does remove one. Rain's up in heaven, gets caught dropping into the back line of Nexa, and it's just Olaf left. This round gets shut down, and G2, they take the first half, 10.
And again, let me remind you that the GG.bet odds are currently favoring G2, so they have flipped. But again, not massive margins. Let's see how this pistol round breaks down. Perhaps they can shift a little more, if that's how those things work.
Well, we had the comebacks of Rain and Nico over in Dust 2. Rain and Cold have fallen silent in this one. 5 and 3 kills respectively. Hoping for a bit of a recovery on the CT side. But it will be towards inner where G2 seem to make their play. Next with a smoke flash, not a lot of utility, so a standard execute into this site. Olaf is holding passive, Brokey the same. Olaf even has a nade to throw in as they're planting the bomb, potentially, or really any point that he deems necessary. Boost up spots nothing for G2, so just the smoke down ramp and flash in. It's going to be a con smoke instead for Nexa. Cuts off the rotate of Nico, but in a pistol round, you know those Glocks aren't going to be able to hold you in, so if you see a con smoke, you're more likely just to dive through it on the CT side. Here comes a nade from Olaf as they drop on down the ramp,
Boom.
and G2 are in the B site.
Big grenade there. Amanek and Jax taking the brunt of it. Hunter, however, taking the head off of Rain. You can back up with Olaf, but they're going to be able to get this bomb down, and then they're going to have to defend it. 4 members alive on the side of FaZe. This has gone pretty quick here. Just Kenny S. He's got nowhere to hide, nothing to do. Nico getting it done. Grabbing a pistol round for FaZe, and we're going to see them crawl it on back.
Yeah, those are some incredible shots by Nico. He climbs up the ladder. He comes through that con smoke firstly, climbs up the ladder, and then one taps a player down on ramp. Dear, oh dear. Finds 3 in the round, and FaZe get the retake, starting things off on the CT side, starting the recovery here in the second half. Look at this. Bam.
Bam. Pow. Bang. Bang.
One more.
Pow. It's like
Yeah.
Batman, you know, once upon a time.
Batman still exists, Trace. Sorry to break it to you, man.
Well, not that kind of Batman. Anywho, like a fine sliced cheese. We're gonna Let's see what G2 can come back into this round with.
Yeah,
You like
exactly like a fine sliced cheese. Let's see what kind of cheese it ends up being, though, because
Kraft
FaZe Clan
single?
are looking to fill it with holes, so it might be a bit more Swiss than cheddar. Nexa over here towards the top of ramp. Does spot the man playing close. Important to note, this is the force buy from G2. Will the results be what they want? Right now, things are looking gooder, but main control taken by FaZe Clan. Gives them a bit of information to work with as to how this round might shape out. And that's why we see an early rotation from Nico over towards B on the back of these smokes that G2 start to throw in. Now Ivy control makes its presence known. That's where Nico comes in with a CT rotate from B. Oh dear, damage done. Kenny has to go back. He has to abandon this plan down towards Ivy. Trying to come in late, trying to cut off these rotations. Cold waiting on the other side of this smoke, and Cold wins that fight. Rain in with another. I did have to hiccup then.
Yeah, I was wondering
like
if you were going to win that fight. That seemed like a fight we should be worried about. Either way, this is not a fromage. This is what's left here of G2. Amanek and Nexa really just have way too much on their plate.
Wow.
Charcuterie almost. Nexa's going to continue. 1v3. Cold Zero very low with no time. It's over, actually.
Boys, just in this little bit of lull, I did get a translation for you.
Oh, this should be interesting.
So what was said was in let me check. It was in Bosnian, and this is from Anis. Hunter said, "Rotation, you need to watch," and then he laughed. And then Nico said, "Eat doo doo." He didn't say doo doo, but that's the summary.
What round was that? Was that the round Hunter walks out Ivy and headshots Nico close screen?
I would imagine so. It was a while ago now, so I'm not too sure. But there you go, boys.
Why are you
Thank
never
you so
checking
much,
rotation?
Rushley. We did need to know that. And moreover, it sounds like a little bit of a case of malding going on around here. However, in this round, G2 are going to set their eyes on the prize at the inside site. Nexa with the only rifle for this team. They have 2 flashes, 1 Molotov. How will this pan out for them, Harry?
Well, Nexa is a man who's been pretty keen at working magic in rounds like this. And you'll see, pass the bomb back to one of these pistol players. That is the main goal in this round for G2. Brokey going to be trying to hold the upper rafters here. Has to get on down. That AK making its presence known. And oh my goodness, look at how many G2 players come flooding out of those upper halls. Not a problem for Olaf. In this flood, he has stood tall and risen above it all. Amanek 1v4. Ooh, does PT50 Brokey out of the equation, but he is trapped. And he will run to his demise. Rain to get the kill and solidify an 8th round for FaZe. But as we were highlighting, the bomb plant was the main goal there for G2.
And they've done that at the cost of giving an 8th to FaZe. I'm not saying we're going to overtime, but it's starting to feel like this one's going to become a lot closer than it has been up to this point. Of course, with FaZe switching over to the CT side, kind of to be expected.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that's the thing. Like, these first few rounds have already been close, and this has just been FaZe trying to find the conversions. You know, I think if G2 can keep this up, they've already shown a hell of a lot in the force buy and even then in that pistol round. And look, I mean, you know, as a result of getting the bomb down next, okay, he's got a Galil. That's a little bit ugly, but it doesn't really matter. He's got full utility alongside it. Hunter, back to what he does best, this fast main play with a sandwich smoke. We see him do this all the time. If this is something that FaZe are not ready for, I will be thoroughly surprised.
Yeah, I mean, they throw the molly and they've watched the demos. They know what's going on. Double molly even. And Rain waits around the smoke, knowing Hunter could be waiting for the fade. Hunter behind Brown now. And Rain wants to get aggressive. That flash misses. Oh dear, Hunter still gets a kill. Nico's got to tap back. He does get one, spraying for the bomb, and almost a third. He perishes in the Molotov. Brokey takes a kill in the meantime, but Jax is finished off very easily. He was on 7. Hunter now got to do it all alone. 1 on 3. He's had an incredible game so far, but this would be monumental.
Yeah, many complex life forms here on the train yard have struggled to succeed in these harsh conditions that FaZe have been setting. But this apex predator Hunter on our screen always feels so at home here on this map. Smoke down over towards Ivy side. Spam goes through. Looks like he's going to try and play the timing game here to get on over to the other side. He's trying to isolate this fight onto coldzera, and he has managed to do that. Now down to the 1v2. He has no idea, though, as to where Olaf or Brokey reside in this map right now. The AWP chimes out from Brokey. Now he knows where one of these players are. The decision to plant up on top of the train can come back to punish him, though. Oh, he just gets out. He gets out, and that could be their downfall. Now Hunter down to the 1v1, and Brokey has his number. Finally, the trade comes in, and the defuse found. FaZe are going to get that 9th round on the board, albeit by the skin of their teeth.
And what a wild ride the end of that round was right there. Olaf not seeing him, just the timing, just not really going, I suppose, in either of their favor. But shout out there to Hunter. He gets it down to a one-on-one and a bomb plant.
Yeah, hurting the money, right? That's something that G2 have been doing already in this game, in this half, you know, getting closer rounds against FaZe. So, well, it's not a win. It does at least, you know, have long-term effect. If they can eventually get this rifle round under their wing, it will be FaZe broken economically. Fast again for Hunter, straight out and about. The mollies are down, but he's already passed them. And, oh dear, Nico running right for it. That will not work out. Hunter was ready, and G2 are going to take the advantage in this one. Hunter's not done. Does he know there's a man inside of the pop dog?
Yeah, he's got to be very aware of inside the pop dog, and it's rain. He's got the difficult task of keeping an eye on the ladder, as well as now this new threat of Hunter outside.
Yeah, and he's gone. That's the best part. They think he's outside right now. FaZe have 3 in the yard because they know Hunter's here, but he actually got back in through T-Con, threw a smoke, and went back towards spawn. He's killing rotations up pop. He just took rain down above the ladder. So G2, I mean, they've just won this round off of that play alone from Hunter. FaZe conditioned to keep players in the outer sight. It was only a fake.
Yeah, I like to think that with Hunter practicing this sandwich smoke push and kind of feigning it in this round here, I wonder if it was kind of him testing the waters to see if that's something FaZe were ready for, because now it feels like G2 are trying to use that tendency against FaZe Clan, right? That round there, they pull Hunter back, they manage to get him away from outside, and as you mentioned, he cuts off the rotations coming up through the pop dog. And FaZe, they kept a lot of bodies towards outside just in case Hunter was still there floating around. So that round comes together brilliantly for G2, an 11-9 scoreline now. And this is where these first 4 rounds that FaZe are able to field, coming so close down to the wire, is going to start to hurt this CT side. They can invest here, they can salvage a buy, but they really are salvaging it, right? 2 Famuses brought into play. Far from ideal. The AWP still maintained on Brokey. He was able to hold on to that, of course. But if they lose this, they've got no money. And so suddenly you're looking at what should be a 13-9 scoreline for G2. This round could decide a hell of a lot for FaZe on this 3rd and final map.
Oh, Jax goes out right side as well, so he's avoided the Olaf spam that came through from the rifle. And now, element of surprise, as Nico certainly wasn't ready for the pace. Jax is up deep. Spots a second player in the smoke. I think he must have seen something because he spams it, seemingly aware. Cold playing behind it. And he's got to be very cautious. 2 players walking up Ivy as well. That smoke will fade in the next 10 seconds, so he hasn't got long to stay here, and he moves into the fight, dropping the bomb next to with the trade. But the info is there for FaZe. They know it's an outer hit, but knowing, unfortunately, is half the battle. The other half of the battle is the battle. And they don't have the players for that. They're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's 2 for Byron on the day.
Oh, Rain. He was spotted there along with Olaf, who was able to bail him out of danger. Nexa winning it yet another gunfight over here towards A. Creeping up close in Ivy, there is a man hidden behind this smoke. That's Brokey. Olaf's going to move in to join him, but with Olaf tagged down low, a lot of this round and the kind of fate of FaZe in it depends on Brokey offering up the goods. And there it is. The equalizer found onto Kenny. 30 seconds for G2. They've not been able to plant this bomb, and that's because Hunter has gone on a very long lurk. Olaf just arriving, but the shot misses. Brokey follows up, and this leaves it all onto Nexa. Has to finish what he started earlier on. Brokey believes this is going to be the B-side play, and I think with good reason. With Nexa disappearing over at the A bomb site and Hunter coming in on the wraparound. That's the decision he went for. It allows him to come in through connector. Nexa repositioning, going to try and play around this bomb and use it like a second man almost. He knows that Brokey has to tap it. Brokey has to defuse. He's the man on the clock. So as long as Nexa doesn't offer up this kill, he can just play for time.
A sticker.
Time's of the essence. Brokey not tapping it, not in the business of tapping. Oh, hang on, hang on. Maybe not. Oh dear, Nexa. Oh no!
The flash is perfect, man. I don't know why he got off the defuse after a second, but hey, take it. Get back on it. Drop the flash at his feet. Nexa gets fully blinded, and that's a defuse coming in for Faze in the one-on-one. Huge clutch for Brokey. Him, Olaf, and Nico all around the same kill distribution. Not quite the same for Cold and Rain, but they're starting to pull things back and come into their own in this CT half. Will it be enough for Faze as they take double digits, sitting one behind that of G2? Oh my. I thought it was a fast out hit, but no. Just a utility thrown by G2 and a double back towards B with a solo setup. Olaf here alone. Nico in the pop dog ready to flank if need be.
This one's coming down to the wire again, 11 to 10. G2 want to bounce back and grab this one, that's for sure. Looks like it's going to be the inside hit, or at least the selling of the inside hit. But already, you see FaZe Clan just pushed up enough. They had players there to ladder and Rain, and now the hit's going to come from the inside. Olaf and Brokey to answer the call.
It's a bit of an awkward spot for Brokey. Him and Nico try and make the best out of a bad situation, but Kenny, delivers 3 quick kills in a matter of moments. Cold Zero now to try and turn things around up on the rafters, tagged in the dome, and Nexa finishes him off 12 to 10. And this is where, you know, these last few rounds being so close, the defuse coming down to the 1v1 in the round prior. Finally, albeit a little bit delayed, this FaZe Clan money draws to a close once again, and now that 13-10 scoreline feels like a reality here. Even in saying that, the loss bonus isn't there for FaZe, and you look at those bank accounts, there's not enough money to actually buy even if they take the eco here, so this is actually a horrible spot to find yourself in if you're FaZe. You might have to force, because it's double eco anyway.
Tough times call for tough decisions. Decisions have been made to bring in this tactical timeout. Rightfully so.
Rough spot to be in, but gotta make do with what you got. FaZe have nothing. Could even just justify full forcing into this round because players, 3 of them below 2K. Not a good situation. So they will just buy in, not fully committing, saving a bit of money, but it's going to be a double eco. It should be a 14-10 for G2 if all things go to plan. And that has not gone to plan for FaZe, who looks to try and make it, at the very least, expensive.
Nice shot from Volterra to take down Jax. Hunter's still on the case. The trades have come in appropriately, and Olaf finds himself trying to peek out of CT connector to no avail. 13 on the board.
And yeah, look, I mean, this is it. It's got to be another eco from FaZe. This should just be 14 to 10 before all is said and done, and that first buy gets, first buy in a little while gets to come through for the FaZe Clan side. So G2, game is in their hands now, and in a very, very big way, because even when that investment comes in for FaZe, they still haven't got that kind of ability to sustain a loss. And so suddenly, you know, this game can all get decided in these final few rounds thanks to the money. Hunter doing what he does best, playing close to this sandwich smoke. And does dispatch of Rain, now creeping into the back line over here toward Ivy. Should just be the mop-up anyway. We're not going to get too excited over anything Hunter does right now.
He has brought us a considerable amount of excitement in this map. Speaking of which, Nexa is going to try full force, pedal to the metal out towards the Old Bomb, and so far everything's gone right for G2. They put a 14th up, and just 2 rounds away from solidifying this series for themselves. Next coming up is Liquid Furia. If you are just joining us, make sure you don't go anywhere. After this, I'm going to say 95% positive that a player from the winning team will come on and talk to us. And then after that, we'll be jumping into the next match.
And that is Liquid Furia. Furia's debut of the Pro League. And the side of things certainly look interesting.
That they do. Liquid facing a little bit of trouble there in the beginning. Not known to lose early on. They definitely did catch an L to Swole Patrol, and that's going to be a little bit of a dark mark.
Yeah, but that's all for later on, because here and now we approach a real turning point, a real swing round in this game, and really it will decide whether it ends in like the next round or so, or if FaZe can keep on fighting. This is their chance to stay in the game. Double drop into Pop. Rain decides it's best to stop. Nico removed by Nexa, but Rain is there to at least keep it into a 4-on-4.
Still plenty of time to work with for G2. They're going to be able to collect the bomb. Probably start to set their sights towards inside, where it's going to be Olaf waiting in upper.
Yeah, this is actually a huge play. If G2 don't clear out upper and just go down the low ramp and try and stick a plant, Olaf is going to be able to stop it. He's going to be able to stay alive, and there's no Molotov on the G2 side to flash out this position. So it's all coming down to either fighting him or, well, potentially losing this one. They're going to run the knife out. Olaf hears it, and he gets aggressive. Early kill. Brokey dropping the bomb down ramp. Olaf just needs to stay alive. His teammates are all over the site. They're all here to stop G2 from getting any further, and Olaf just needs to make sure that he denies the plant if it comes through. Flash is good, and Olaf gets a kill. Kenny running back up the ramp with the AWP, trying to get away from this one, trying to run, tuck tail as FaZe find 11. They saved the day, and they saved their own lives in this matchup as well. As said, if G2 picked up that rifle round, FaZe would have been broke against 15. Luckily, given a second chance. Good patience from Olaf, though. A lot of players would just peek out and try and take that fight on the low ramp after they get the advantage, but he waits, not only for his team to drop another man and show presence out the connector, but even set up the flashbang to fight that man on the site. 3 more for FaZe to equal up with that of G2.
This is a cool investment from G2, though. They just throw MAC-10s into the mix. Everyone's invested, everyone has a weapon, and we've seen these SMGs do damage, especially towards this inner bomb site. And so they're just going to try and play a fast round, try and catch FaZe unaware. Olaf tries to molly off his fallback, and he gets sandwiched between the MAC-10s. This allows G2 to be very, very fast and get in the face of FaZe Clan. Lots of damage being found, but not quite the kill. Amanek still floating around close over by Connector. Represents a bit of a danger. That flash goes in, and he gets ahead of it, catches Nico by surprise, and now finds himself over in CT spawn. FaZe, what do they even do? They're down a man, and it's keeping that way. Hunter's coming on a wrap of his own, and it's only Rain left. Not shut down just yet, but a 1v2 doesn't feel likely, and he knows it. He's going to back on out and try and play for overtime. 15-11. I love that decision from Nexa and the G2 side to go for the MAC-10s. They left themselves with plenty of money looking to the future. And it also gives them a great chance in this round, as we see there. You know, that kind of pace, that kind of aggression, you just can't do with the Kriegs or with the AKs.
I mean, that round had I guess, a feel to it that you would see perhaps at the end of a boxing match, right? You hear the dinger go off, the bell go off for the last 10 seconds of the round. These guys just get out there and decide to slug it out. And they really go for it there. You can see just how far G2 pushes up inside of the yard. You've got Nexa running around with the MAC-10 doing, you know, his own work over there, getting it done. So 15 for G2, and this could be all she wrote, Hugo.
It could be done, and Dusty FaZe gonna make something happen, and Hunter will make it easier for them, taking down his teammate, but finding Olaf in the process. 2 men down. It keeps Hunter on 30. He should be on 31, maybe even 32, but well, the team kill holds him back. And FaZe now double in a setup just for a second. Brokey will quick rotate once they realize that no one has actually gotten out for the time being. Send this AWP back towards the outer yard. G2, that's where they look to end up as well. Everyone on the left side of this site, no one playing con side. So Jax has got to watch out. That's a great shot. He gets dinked by Nico, but finding the kill into A. 2 players dinked here for G2. This is on a knife's edge.
A good flash from Nico to allow Cole to capitalize and get himself a kill. Rain! Oh, the mop-up crew is in. And Kenny gets shut down as well. The round comes to a close. FaZe Clan are going to salvage a 12th. There's still time yet for FaZe. They need 3 more in a row if they want to take this one through to overtime. G2 with a bomb plant, with the round shaping up the way they have. They're still looking good. It's going to have the AWP on Kenny, rifles for everybody else. Rain starting to find his footing, you know, starting to rise back up through this scoreboard. He's had a couple of important kills in these last few rounds for FaZe. Even thinking back to things as simple as getting that trade kill over towards Pop Dog when that fight between Nexa and Nico went down. And here in this round, he delivers 3 on the retake, so you could not be asking for more. Might have been quiet early on, but now he's looking to step up. Jax, fast pace, terrifying pace. He gets closer, then shot in the face. It's Brokey to remove him. Man advantage taken now for FaZe early on, and this fast-paced round is slowing right down for G2.
Look how close Coldzera is playing in Ivy. They are just on his tail with the bomb. He's not alone. Nico could transition and help him out if they need it. Looks like we're going to be a little bit of a switcheroo there, taking turns peeking on Ivy. That drop smoke does buy a little more time here for FaZe. Kenny S out at E-Box, getting a shot off as well. Just trying to come down the ladder would be Hunter. Good setup here from FaZe so far. 2 players playing towards the bomb site. Now the shots start to ring in. Kenny S can't seem to find a bead, and it's Nico with the AWP frag.
Kenny was looking everywhere for a kill, but just nothing presenting itself. Player in heaven forces him out, and Nico gets the frag. It's not done, or maybe he is. Amanek finds to show off with the Krieg. Keeps G2 in this round. That could have been the kill to shut it down. Rain trying to do exactly that. He's had quite the resurgence in the last couple of rounds, and he will keep himself alive. For now, nice shot to Hunter. Oh, there's a trade though. Nexa's made this one interesting. G2 inside of the site and trying to stick the bomb.
Oh, Brokey trying to get a shot under the train, but doesn't come through. Amanek just about able to regain control over the Krieg as he tries to buck him off. Amanek continuing this. Bit of a wild stallion in the back line, and he'll run rampant. Olaf taken out of the equation. Brokey has to deliver another clutch over here towards the A-bomb site. Does mop up the first, not quite. And G2, they will take this